Hello everyone, and welcome back to Poppy Seed Mini. Today, we're going to show you how to make this beautiful outdoor patio set.
On this project, I use the double layer cardboard. You can make your own double layered cardboard by taking two pieces and gluing them together. Now just take white Elmer's glue and cover everything. Just put it together, make sure it's flat, and let it dry. To cut my cardboard, I like to use my 3-inch quilting ruler and my utility knife. You might have to take several passes to get through the cardboard. And always make sure you're using a new knife blade. And there you go. Cut all your pieces according to the dimensions in the description box below. For the chair, take 5 3-by-3-inch pieces and glue together for the seat. Then take 2 3-by-3.5-inch pieces for the two sides. For the back, glue 2 3-by-4-inch pieces together. For the sofa, take 6 3-by-9-inch pieces and glue them together for the seat. Then take your 4-by-9-inch pieces for the back and glue them together. Glue 2 3-by-3.5-inch pieces for the side. Make 2. For the coffee table, glue 8 3-by-6-inch pieces together. For the end tables, glue 7 2.5-by-3-inch pieces together. For the next step, I'm taking painter's masking paper to cover all the rough edges to make them smooth. And if you don't have painter's masking paper, you can always use a lightweight brown paper bag. Take your masking paper and wrap it all the way around and cut. Now, take your white glue and start adding it onto your project. Cut the corners to turn it. Make sure to keep it smooth. Then let dry. For the sides of the chair and the sofa, you only need half of the painter's paper. So what I do is I just fold it and then cut it in half. And then glue on just as you did on the other piece. Now do this to all the rest of your pieces so everything is covered so you have no rough edges.
The product we're using to make this project is a woven raffia. We picked this up on Amazon, and we will add the link in the description box below. Now, if you can't find this or you don't want to buy it from Amazon, burlap is definitely another option because it's got that weave just like this stuff. And we found these ones at the dollar store.
We're going to start by cutting out the piece we need. So we're going to need 18 inches plus a little extra, and then a little extra up on the top. Now we're going to start by putting on the Mod Podge on one side and then adding the burlap. This is going to make a little bit of a mess on your table, but it comes right off. So I'm just going to give it a little bit so there's some on the bottom and some on the top. You want to get that on really well. And lap it over. And you want to try to line this up so it's even all the way around so it all matches. And as you can see, it's very sticky and you're going to get a mess on your hands. Push that in. Take any loose things off. Now you're going to add a little more on here. And bring the last piece over. Now that it's dried for 20 minutes, I'm going to cut this little piece off. I'm going to cut in at the corners. And I'm going to cut off all this excess stuff because we won't need that. And now we're going to add more Mod Podge. Now let dry. And if there's any little thing hanging off later on, we can just cut it off with the scissors. So now I'm just going to finish off the tabletop by putting these down. And we can cut some of this off. A little bit that came loose there, so add some more. Clip off as much as you need. Okay. Next, I'm doing the arm of the chair, and we're going to start with doing the inside piece first. Now, as you can see a lot of the glue That's all going to disappear once it dries. And then do the back side. And then let dry. Now, there is a left and a right for the arms of the chair. And I am doing the left side right now. The first thing you want to do is cut a little slits right here and get these to go down. Push that down. Make sure you get it cut all the way. I don't think I got it cut all the way. I have to take it down one more. And you want that down really well. Now the next thing you want to do, because this is the left, this has got to fit perfectly right here. So what I have to do is I have to cut a certain amount. I think it's about right here. Off. And now we're going to put this down. And let's make sure there's a piece right here that needs to go down. And then you're going to want to put this down. And then we're going to add more. We want to cut this right about here. And we're going to add this down, as you can see. And then we're going to clip this off here. Get that extra off. Bring that down. And then what we're going to do, add a little more. We're going to go like so and push that in and hold it for a few seconds. And see how flat it got? And then we're going to, when it dries, we're going to cut this off. And on the bottom, we're just going to tack it down a little bit. I just cut it off on the first one. Bring it down. There you go. And I'm going to push that on the table again and hold. And you can see it stays pretty flat. Now remember, we have a right and a left, so now I'm doing the right side. We're going to do the same thing we did with the other side. Come in and clip, and then we're going to glue this down. This is the next part. This is the right side, so this has got to be glued first. I'm going to cut it down again. Make sure it fits. and then push it down. Now I'm going to take this piece off. And we're going to come back trim this down and do the back side. And then we're going to take it and press it again. And you see how that looks. And then we're going to let that dry. And we're going to do the bottom also. And press it down to get that nice finish. Now let it set for 20 minutes and it should be dry. Now that the side of the chair is finished drying, we're going to go back and clip off this edge. For the seat, I cut out a piece that will cover the front and a part of the sides and the top. There's no need to put anything on the side or the back. It's going to be covered. And I'm using the piece that has a little decorative edge because I used it on the other ones. But I only had a little bit left over. Now let dry. We're just going to cut in here like so. And then cut here and here. And then we're just going to use your Mod Podge to bring it down again. Just bring it down and bring it down. Might have to add a little extra to make sure that goes down. And then do the other side. For the back piece, I'm just Mod Podged the back, and then I'm just going to sit this on like so. And make sure all the weave lines up. Okay, looks good on this side. And then just let this dry. We're going to clip the sides and glue them down. And now add more glue. And then press it down again. And we're going to come back and clip off all the loose ends. And now do that on the other side. Now take your hot glue gun and we're going to glue it together. I'm going to start on the left side. Make sure when you're gluing it together that you hold it a little while and you made this even right here. Now take your back side and glue that on. When I glue on the back side, I leave a little gap so it has a little bend in the back, as you can see right here. Like so. Glue the sofa and the other chair the same way. I picked this fat quarter up at the Dollar Tree. I can get all my cushions out of one fat quarter, and here's how. Flip it over. Taking my ruler, I'm going to mark 4 inches down, and I'm going to make 5 marks. Now I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to go up 7.5 inches. Now I'm going to move the fabric down and do it on the other end. Now take your ruler and draw a straight line from those 2 marks. Now I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to go up 5.5 inches. I'm going to go and do this on the other side too. Now take your ruler and draw a line between these 2 marks. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to draw the 4-inch marks. And remember, you only need 5. Match up your bottom mark with this mark, your top mark, and draw a straight line up. Do the next one. Until you have all 5 done. There we go. Now you'll have a little space right here, and we can use that if we need it, to go around the edges. Now you're going to take your ruler and you're going to make 1-inch strips. And you should be able to get 5 out of this space. Come back and finish drawing the rest of the lines. Now take your scissors and cut out your pieces. On your strip, iron down 1/4 of an inch on each side. And this is what your strip should look like when you're all finished. Glue 2 3x3-inch pieces together for the bottom cushion. Then glue 2 2x3-inch pieces together for the top cushion. Cut and glue on a piece of fleece for padding. Take your 4x7.5 piece of fabric and glue it to the back side of the bottom cushion. Pull it tight and glue down the other side. Now, glue a spot in the corner and press down one edge of your side. Then do the other side. Now you want to take the bottom piece that's on the bottom and glue that down first. And then glue the other piece. Then do the same on the other side. Starting on the back, glue down, start gluing down your strip. Then turn it and add more glue. When you get to the back, you can see where it ends, and you're going to take your scissors and cut it before you glue it. You can give it a little overhang. And there you go. For the top cushion, you use the 4x5-inch piece and you wrap it around the same way you did the bottom cushion. Now use your leftover piece that you used for the bottom cushion and glue that around. And you can see that it fits perfect. To make the tabletop, I'm using another piece of double-layered cardboard. I'm using recycled paperboard from a cereal box to cover the edges. Now I'm using this contact paper that looks like cement. Cut a piece that's an inch more than what you need for the tabletop. Now, starting from one end, peel back a couple inches to start putting your cardboard on. Make sure it's nice and smooth on and start getting those edges looking very pointed. Then carefully pull back the rest to get it on. kind of pinch the sides together to get that point. It's very important to get this down really well, or otherwise you'll have bubbles. Now flip it over. I'm going to cut some of this off, and I'm going to cut it at an angle here now. There you go. Now, take your hot glue gun and put a strip along the edge. And place your piece on. There you go. Make the tops for the end tables the same way and then glue them on.
If you haven't seen our beautiful outdoor garden video yet, you'll have to check it out. Thank you everyone for joining us for another episode of Poppy Seed Mini. We hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe. And have fun crafting.